Once again, it's your friend, your boy Dawgweed in the building, man. It's SquadBoi TV.
SquadBoi.
Hosted by my gal.
You know, Miss Jazzy, a.k.a. Miss Shathasha.
Get
Yeah.
And today we got a special guest, man.
Not
my
one,
boy Snypes, man.
What's going on?
And Snypes is backed up by the none other Jonathan Lugo.
I don't even know what to say. I want to say yeah, but I would laugh. I didn't want to laugh. I wanted to make it serious, but y'all made me laugh. So that's over.
Can't laugh, man. You with the squad right now. You with the squad, man.
That's how we do it.
So what's popping with you, cuz? What's popping
Man,
with you, man?
I'm good. I just landed back home Saturday night. Sunday,
Okay.
I did my thing. Yesterday, I actually went to the studio to record another record over at HB on the track. So
Okay, where you landed from, though?
I landed from Houston.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I came
that's where you're
back
stationed at right now?
No, I'm out now.
Okay.
I'm out. I do my own thing now. So, but I was out there in Houston. I lived in Houston for about a year.
Okay.
And then came back home. I was like, man, the reason I moved back is Houston hit 19 degrees and it was snowing. It's not for me. I'm a Florida boy, man.
Can't take that cold, huh?
Yeah, nah, I can't do that.
You should have took Lou with you, man. Lou got them coats, man.
Hey, you saying that? I bought 3 coats. Ain't using any one of them because we ain't had no cold weather.
See what I'm talking about?
Well, don't feel bad. I flew back in from New York, so.
Oh, well.
But it wasn't bad this time around.
This is the SquadBoi TV traveler. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, she go everywhere.
Yeah, she travel everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I
Too
make it
bad she
hard
don't
to-
take none of the team, but
Oh, well,
we love her anyways.
I got them postcards and them keychains and stuff for them. Send them videos.
Hey, watch this, man.
You don't.
Exactly.
You're the only child, man.
Nah, man, I got so on my mom's side, I got 2 sisters.
Okay.
One's graduating this year. The other one's a freshman.
Oh,
Okay,
shout out to the graduate.
graduate.
Yeah,
Dig.
Yes, sir.
and then I got on my biological father's side. I ain't never met him, but I met my brother and my sister that he had.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So and they in New York.
Hey, man, we need to link up, man. Your brother on TV, Nick.
That's right.
I'll come get him. Small feet.
So, go ahead, Taz. Go ahead.
No.
I'm finna
So-
ride out.
Where you originally from?
I was born in Palm Beach. I was raised in Broward. I came up.
5'6",
Yeah, I came up to AP in the 5th grade.
And when he say AP, he's talking about Avon Park.
Yeah.
For all those who don't know.
Yeah, so I came back to Avon Park when I was in the 5th grade, but every summer I'm always going back to South Florida.
Okay.
Because that's where
Shout out
most of my
South
people.
Florida.
Yeah, most of my people live in Miami, Hialeah.
Okay.
Metro Dade.
Yeah.
305.
But I ended up after I graduated, I moved back down south. I moved back to Broward.
Okay.
So I was staying in Miramar and over in Hollywood. So after that, I was in the Navy. I was stationed in San Diego. I got out. Went to Vegas for like a month, and then I went to Houston for a year. Came
Ooh,
back.
boy, you moving around, boy.
Yeah,
Well, we thank you for your services.
Oh well, you
Yeah,
know.
no doubt, no doubt,
I ain't
man.
Yes.
too much.
No doubt,
Hey,
man.
anytime you give, it's still appreciated.
Oh yeah, already.
So we definitely thank you on that.
Yeah.
I gave today.
We got people from the streets doing military work. That's what I'm talking about. We ain't all bad.
we ain't. Go ahead.
So, what got you started in music? You know, especially hip hop. What got you started? What made you want
Well,
to
growing
rap?
up, my dad, he raised me since I was 2 years old.
Okay.
He basically, that's all I grew up around was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So and the way he operated was he wouldn't let me listen to none of the new shit until I was listening to the old shit. So he raised me on like Ultramagnetic MCs, on Grandmaster Flash the Furious.
So
Five,
he brung you
Public
up. He
Enemy.
brung you all the way
Way
through
up.
the
Yeah,
transition.
so that's where I credit him for that, and then also that's where a lot of my lyricism comes from, is because when you hear me rap, a lot of people don't think I'm from Florida. A lot of people think I'm from up north.
Yeah, you got
You know what I'm
bars.
saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
so-
bars. We listen to a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so and that's just how it was. And sometimes when I talk, like because he's from Jersey, you know what I'm saying? I kind of have like certain words that I say sound like I'm from up north.
Right.
Like I say them
Right.
with that accent, but
Right.
I don't, not on purpose, just how it was
Still
raised.
got that down south swag.
Yeah,
I'm
you
telling
know.
you, we got deep voice and everything.
And come on, let's talk about the deep voice sitting over here.
Well, because I'm saying, a lot of rappers, that's what make them unique. That's why they blow up. They ain't got to be the greatest rapper, but they sound different.
They sound.
Yeah.
You got Nelly, you got Young Jeezy.
Yeah.
They got different voices. Everybody don't sound alike.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly.
It makes
So
me
he
unique.
got a unique voice. He got a different voice. Somebody his size,
Somebody his size.
Yeah,
What we
man.
getting
Man,
at?
everybody,
Coming-
little dude, pack a
coming
punch,
from
man.
here,
Pack a punch, you know what I'm
he's a-
saying?
he's a
Everybody
man.
don't look good, man. Button up. Hold up. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Oh man.
Keep your Gucci and clean. Like that, you know what I mean?
Mr. Polo.
I got a real job.
Day.
I got a real job, and I take care of kids. I'm just saying.
Oh man!
Just want to make sure you put that out.
I just want. Shout out to the feds. I know they watching.
So, what inspires your music?
Yeah. I mean, when I first started doing music, I did a lot of trap music and shit like that.
Okay.
Mainly because when I moved back to Broward after graduation, I was, we're not gonna get into all that, but
you were exposed to it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, but what got me really into it was lyricism. Like I grew up listening to all these people, so I started when I was in the 5th grade. I used to actually write verses that I knew by heart from other artists, and then on the bottom of the paper, I would write my own verse to try to outdo them.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying.
That's what's up. I think a lot
cool.
of niggas start like that, man. A lot of niggas try to do that shit. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
neat.
It kind of helps.
Yeah, that's when I first started writing. That's when I knew I had it. You know what I'm saying? So,
How long you been writing?
since I was in the 5th grade for like 15 years now. Or nah, more than 15, cause
couldn't even understand his own writing.
I was cause I went to Park. I went to Park Elementary, so I would really just sit there and I wouldn't even pay attention, but I would just I had the paper right there and I was just writing.
Shout out Park Elementary, you got somebody on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
hey mama.
So I just be right. I was just writing, you know what I'm saying, and that's just how I kind of built how I was, and then now my style is more transitioned into how a record that I put out called 3 a.m. in Houston. That's the record that really changed my style. So now I'm not doing no trap shit. I'm not doing no gangster shit. I'm writing from an emotional standpoint because it's more relatable, and that's what I realized with 3 a.m. in Houston. It got such good promo because because people could relate to it. So everything I have on the project that I'm working on is all relatable. You know what I'm saying?
You said something in that track. I wanna pull it up. You said something that was like crazy. Where is it? You said you get more love in Texas than you do here. Y'all act like y'all forgot who took the charges.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that about? I mean,
so,
yes, you know what I'm saying? Because lyrics speak a lot. You know
and that all came from, an actual situation. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, that's how I really felt. Because you got to remember, the artists here fuck with me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Slider, Nick Beam.
No doubt. You fuck with that countdown.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know Bim, but I support Bim.
Yeah,
because he's
exactly.
from Highlands. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But even Youngin and all them, they all know me.
Right.
Like Youngin met me on the Bad Blood of My City video shoot. Like I never met him before. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time I met him. Southbound and all them.
Okay.
So then once all that was going down, it was just like people getting mad because I'm not sharing this shit at that time. And the reason I wasn't doing it is because y'all not sharing my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Exactly.
And it wasn't no shots at nobody because I love Florida. That's the reason I came back. This is my state. You feel me?
Just on respect.
Yeah. So and it was just like that. It was just like y'all mad about it, but people out there in Houston was sharing my shit every day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They only.
It happens a lot too.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
And they only knew me because we had mutual friends. You know what I'm saying? And as far as taking the charge, it wasn't nothing serious. It was like it was a weed charge. You feel me? But I took that charge from my boy because he had a suspended license, you feel me? So I was like, and he had 2 kids, so I'm like, I'm not trying to get you locked up for that long, so I'm gonna take the weed charge. So yeah, so I took it. I mean, my charges got dropped and shit, but so with that situation happening, he came home. I mean, he came back. I ain't heard from him since. You know what I'm saying?
That's messed up.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I threw that weed thing in there. Like I took the charge and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I came home and it was just like. It was like, that's how you feel, bro. Like, I was trying to hit bro up, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Live and learn.
I ain't hearing from him since. I was like, I'm not going to fuck
with you.
Live and
learn.
learn.
Live and learn and keep it moving.
No doubt. This Terrence Tamir Bland.
Yeah.
That's a very serious track, bro. That's a political track, bro.
Yeah.
I watched that bitch like 10 times back to back. I ain't gonna lie, because I had to get the concept of it. I was listening to the bars you were speaking in it. The photos, the whole thing. I don't know who put the video together, but the video was very,
shout out,
very strong.
Speaking of that, shout out to the students at Full Sail because they really put that together.
Full Sail.
They put that video together for us.
Okay.
What would make you speak on such a political issue like that?
Well, so my stepdad, my dad I was talking about the racism. He was black. You feel me? So I grew up around nothing but Spanish and black people. And my sisters are half black, and so I never even in middle school I always related more to that community.
Right.
And they showed me the most love, you feel me?
Right.
And I was never on that racist kind of stuff, you feel me? So and I you know, and then all that stuff what really made me write the song is I wanted to write it after the Sandra Bland thing.
I was gonna say, because you speaking on Sandra Bland and a few people, man.
Yeah, and then once I actually saw the video footage, because I didn't really follow some of these things. You know what I'm saying? I knew what was going on. I knew that they were done wrong.
Right.
But I didn't know the full extent, because I didn't see any videos or nothing like that.
Right.
But when I saw the Terrence Crutcher video, when he was outside the car, and they said he was reaching inside the car for the gun, but when you watch the video, the windows rolled up.
Right.
Yeah.
So you shot him for what? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that kind of pissed me off, because it's like, y'all really, and there's so much injustice, like the system is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Like, look at Meek. You know what I'm saying? Meek, these judges and shit are asking him for shit.
Right.
And then you're gonna turn around and lock him up. That's why his case is about to get thrown out, because the clergy or clerk, whatever, was asking him for money.
My boy is on his
Exactly.
shit,
He on
man.
it, y'all.
Yeah.
My boy is on
Hey
his
man,
shit, Luke.
he had Funkmaster Flex asking to sign with him, dog.
My boy on his
Real
shit.
talk.
So like, do you do besides music? Do you attend like after functions? Like, do you involve yourself in the communities and things like that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And Houston, I did. San Diego, it was more of a thing where I got linked up with the engineer, and who's worked with Bone Thugs and Harmony, with Snoop Dogg, and Mozzie, Nipsey Hussle. He's worked with all these dudes, you know what I'm saying? And I met a lot of these San Diego legends like Big June, Damu, you know, people like that.
No doubt,
so,
man. Shout out all them big names, man. Shout out all you guys.
Shout 'em out.
Man.
And
Niggas
they're not global, but they're legends in San Diego, so it was a good thing to meet them and things like that. So, you know, and that's what it was.
So how do you separate yourself from other artists?
I'm different, you know. These days you don't hear a lot of lyricism. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you just hear a lot of good beats, but there's really no substance to what
Mumble
they're saying.
rappers.
Yeah.
Mumble rappers.
True.
You know, there's no substance to anything they're saying. Like, it really don't mean nothing. You know?
Yeah, they're not storytelling or nothing. They just
That's all right. Tear it up.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's about to be.
That's my brother say. Tear it up. It ain't yours.
don't worry, you can break it.
But yeah, because nobody's really rapping how I'm rapping. That's not to be cocky, but it's just in this day and age, nobody's really putting any kind of substance or anything. Like I've been saying, there's no substance in this rap no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it was, and I pride myself in that. You know, my lyricism, bars, and shit that's relatable to people. So
do you think the community and the music industry need to be more politically aware about what's going on?
Definitely, like as far as what we just talking about with the Terrence Smith.
Right.
Yeah, definitely, and I think the artists are aware,
right.
but you got to look at the bigger picture. The people upstairs don't give a fuck, because they're
Exactly.
as long as
Right.
they get money.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? As long as they get money, they're not worried about what's really going on in the community. They don't care about the black community. They care about that. Oh, and to answer that other question, I didn't really fully answer that. When I did that Terrence Tamir Bland track, I was invited to do the Black Lives Matter event for that song, and so when all that was going on, I was giving back. I was trying to give back to the community out there and do things like that. I also, when I was in Broward, I was trying to help the community, the homeless people.
Shout out Broward College,
yes.
man, because they're going through some mess right now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
are.
they're going through some mess, man. I pray for all their families down there too, man. Straight up like that, man.
You got to be political too, because that's what bring the essence into hip hop, what it all started anyway.
That's right.
It's always been that way.
That's
and
right.
they just got away from it now. Because if you think about it, every artist from like the years 2002 and back, they actually had messages. They didn't just rap about this shit.
That's
They
right.
actually talked about stuff, but then they come back, you know, there's consequences.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
Rappers
right.
nowadays, especially the South, we really don't have nobody lyrical outside of Lil Wayne and probably T.I. Young Joe and Grand Hustle. Shout out Grand Hustle, but
It's hard to find
really
an artist
no
out there
lyrical
that's gonna give
person
you
that's giving a
Exactly.
message from the
Yeah,
South.
exactly.
The South ain't being heard the way it should have been.
Yeah, you got to. It's hard to find that artist that's gonna give you a good message, a message to where you can let your kids listen to it and say, okay, man, this guy's going to.
Yeah.
You know what
Because
I'm
most of
saying?
our kids, they're not really into that. Right now, it's all these little fun
they wanna
dances
dance.
and,
And
stuff
that's
like
something-
that.
Yeah, my kids want to dance.
Yeah, she want to dance and pop and shake.
You don't really want to hear a whole album with nothing but serious. You be like crying and shit at the end of it.
Yeah,
And-
man.
and
What I
that's
do with
why-
my life, dog?
That's why when you look at artists like J. Cole, no features, 2 times in a row platinum. You know what I'm saying? Because he's putting a message out there.
Right.
You
Cole
know?
got bars, man.
Yeah.
Cole got
Cole is
bars.
nice. Look at Kendrick. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
love
Yeah.
Kendrick.
You know what I'm saying? So it's something that the hip hop community has, but we don't have an abundance of. You know what I'm saying? Something that should be going on. Like back in the day, it used to be about knowledge. Like look at KRS-One and Public Enemy.
Exactly.
And all that kind of stuff. So
that leads us in your song "Don't Play," man. You did the song "Don't Play." It wasn't a visual video of you. You did it of words. You know what I'm saying? Of the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that was cool as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That was nice. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who didn't understand what you were saying, they can read the words right there on the screen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, what made you come up with that concept and do the video like that? You know what I'm saying?
That was another thing. So, to tie in with Terrence Demir Bland and the Full Sail thing,
right?
I didn't actually pay for those. My boy that I went to high school with, he paid for all that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the boy who paid for those.
Alvin Dallas. You know
Alvin!
Yeah.
Dallas.
So he actually, so he actually, you know what I'm saying? He to this day he's working on getting my name copyrighted right now.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm saying?
up.
It's just worth $600, but he's trying to find another way. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll pay for it if he has to, absolutely has to. But like,
so he backing and believing in it.
Yeah, he's the one he's the one who got me my shows in Houston. Like I had so many shows, but it didn't fall through. Like I had Warehouse Live, a show that I had to do.
Okay.
But the man that set it up, he got into a car crash like a couple days before the event. Yeah, he's good now, you know, thank God. But yeah, so that ended up not happening. But he's the one. He was really behind it. Like he was pushing it because he was like he always told me the same thing I just said. Lyrically, I should be at that plateau, you know.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
What is one of your training methods when you go in the studio?
Really, so what I do is I write the entire track before I go in.
Okay.
I used to not do that. In California, I would write the first verse.
Yeah.
I would write some of the second. I would freestyle the rest of it. Like
no meditation.
yeah, nah, I don't really think
To God. God be the glory.
Yeah, like I don't really think like
Saki.
most of the time before I go into the studio, I probably smoke, and that's it. Because I'm already prepared. I know exactly how I want to come on the record. I know how I want certain parts of the song to sound when I'm rapping. Like before I go in the studio, I usually have a good idea of how I want it to come
3
out.
a.m. in Houston, that shit sound personal, boy. That shit.
Yeah, that
like,
was.
it's like what?
Yeah, that was.
Lou, you heard it,
At a
man?
very low part of his life. Like, man, you know what? This is all I got.
Yeah, you know
Like
what I mean?
like an Eminem comeback or something. This is all I got.
Yeah, I liked that track, man. I loved that
hot.
track.
It's
Yeah,
fire.
for
Appreciate
real,
it.
man.
Appreciate it.
And I was like, oh man, this cat is. I like to see somebody evolve. I like to see somebody. But certain times you'll see a cat, man. They got a hot video right now, and then they might match it. You know what I'm saying? But then it starts to die down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of the lyrics and the content. You know what I mean? And my man here speaking on some good stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? You actually speaking about life, things going on in your life, tragedies, good times, bad times. You know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I liked about 3 a.m. in Houston right there. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like, brr, you know what I'm saying? That was big.
It was.
Yeah, that was a personal record for
Yeah,
you.
matter of fact, I think
personal.
that was what you said you missed your sister graduation.
Yeah.
That was
exactly.
Or taking the charge for the next.
Yeah.
I'ma catch you.
I missed my sister's birthday, my youngest
Birthday,
sister.
yeah.
So I missed her
That's
birthday.
what I'm saying.
That's the first time I ever missed a birthday. You know what I'm saying?
You want to tell her you sorry, man?
Oh, she already knows. She
sorry,
know. I
man.
be
You
telling.
We let the world know it.
Yeah,
sorry,
I let
man.
everybody know.
You
it,
got
know what
love
I'm
for
saying?
you, sis. No doubt, man.
Yeah.
That won't happen again.
Nah.
We hoping.
It's the, you
Not
know, I
that
got,
way.
I'm on my music shit now. I don't really.
Yeah.
I be out of the way.
I got a faraway question.
Yeah.
If you can heal any illness, what would it be?
Depression.
Depression?
Yeah. Because
That's a good one.
I
I
personally
wasn't
have
expecting
depression.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
expected
personally.
cancer, AIDS, or something else.
Yeah.
I didn't expect depression.
Well, you got to understand. You know what I'm saying? I have depression. So.
Okay.
So that it hits with me, you feel me? So and as far as that, it's a lot. You can save a lot of lives, you know what I'm saying? Because people and people just to school some people on that. People think depression is black and white, so they think that is if you had depression,
You white.
Well,
I ain't racist, man. I ain't racist, man.
I'm just saying. I could agree on that one because of the fact that we minorities, we came from that cesspit. This is normal to us.
well, I'm about to school y'all on that too.
I'm scratching, man. Let's smoke about, man.
I'm about to get y'all right on that
Shit.
too, cause
Somebody carry a gun. Who cares?
some of the biggest names in hip hop right now have had depression.
Right.
Kendrick Lamar
Yeah.
has depression.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Kanye West has depression. Some of the
Dave
greatest
Chappelle.
artists have depression.
God
Dave
bless
Chappelle with
Kurt
that
Cobain.
depression.
Yeah, like a lot of people really do.
Exactly.
You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's just It's just that thing. So they think it's black and white, and they think that it's a situation where you think about killing yourself and you're gonna do it.
No, it really is a worldwide purpose.
Yeah.
I mean,
and there's people that do that they like there's the people that have it that will kill themselves. There's the other people that have the thoughts but they won't do it because they know what they know the outcome.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know there's a lot of people that's there for them. Like I actually wrote something on Facebook because I couldn't vent to nobody. You feel me? Because it's something hard to talk about. So I had people hit my inbox and they're just like, you know, like little do you know, there's a lot of people that look up to you type shit. Like you can't go. You feel me? If you go, then who knows who it's gonna affect.
That's right.
You know
That's right. You influencing somebody, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, I think we were talking about that.
So, in what way has your newest music changed from when you first started?
Man, like I said, it was it started off with me doing, you know, the different kind of subcategory with trap and gangster rap and stuff like that, because that's what I grew up on. Then I started getting more in tune with the lyrical things, and I mean, it's always been a lyricism with me.
Right.
But when people say practice makes perfect, when they talk about rap, that's a real thing. Because when you freestyle, it gets better the more you do it.
That's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
you know, so it's changed because it went from that to now an emotional standpoint and a more relatable standpoint for people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm putting out a message. And it's not, it don't have to be a crazy message. It can just be shit that I'm going through. Like I have a record on there about a chick that I used to mess with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's nothing negative. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm
Different
saying?
style, different flavor.
He finna have a track about the SquadBoi. He was on that SquadBoi pod.
Yeah, but I can see the transition from
New album coming out, SquadBoi.
Bad
That's what I'm
Blood.
talking about, right?
What it was, Bad Blood to 3 a.m. in Houston. Yeah, Bad Blood was filmed here in Avon Park.
Yes,
right?
it was. Yeah, it was filmed over.
In the projects.
Yeah,
It was
I
in
can't.
the
It was in the
project.
project.
Yeah, it was
Project
in the
broke with no
project.
lights on.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like that part.
Balling out, nigga.
He had that
Balls.
part in there in the Bad Blood where he say, what was the part that there was something about robbing people for J's just to match with your polo sweater or something?
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Ralph Lauren.
That was not you. But nah, this was like some shit that was going on in Broward and Dade and stuff like that we used to do. But with that record, it was pretty crazy because like I was saying before, that record actually was a last minute video, so the video don't really match the record. But it was out there in the hood. We had Berg was out there. We had Slaughter out there. We had Southbound. We had Young and the Boy out there. We had Depp was out there.
Shout out all them guys.
Shout out them boys.
And it really wasn't even planned like that. We had just pulled up because there was a lot of people. We wanted people in the video.
Oh,
You
so
know
it was
what
like
I'm
a block party or something.
Yeah,
popping
like
off.
Depp
Last
was
minute.
DJ and they were doing.
Yeah,
They were
last
really.
minute.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, what you doing late?
And
Come here.
and the reason it came
Show
out,
up.
the reason it came out last minute is because I was supposed to leave to go back to San Diego the next day. You know what I'm saying? So I hit up Primo, who stays
Nice
in
track for last
Frostproof.
minute.
Yeah. So with a record I had already had recorded. The video was just, you know what I'm saying, it had to be done. And Raymond was actually there. Raymond and HB was in the video.
Shiny Gear shot the video.
Primo,
Sure.
Primo SG Garza. That's his Facebook if y'all need some videos and stuff.
Oh, no doubt.
Gills.
Yeah.
Gills.
Yeah, so Primo, he actually had his son that day. So from him having his son, he had just born, freshly born, got out the hospital and came straight through the video.
Oh, that's love.
The same day he
love,
was
though.
That's love, big bro. That's love,
Yeah.
man. No doubt, man. That's love.
And that's how it should be, though.
That's right. That's
You
right.
worrying
man.
about handouts, man. You help each other out and everybody come up.
That's right.
Yeah.
At the end of
Exactly.
the day, man, we all can blow. You know what I'm
I'm
talking
telling
about? Yeah, man.
So
That's something else I was saying too.
Won't
The
you
purpose for everybody.
let our viewers, everybody that's just tuning in to the SquadBoi, let them know how they can find you. You know, get in touch, see your music, learn more about you.
Okay, so you can find my music. So my IG is at @1Snypes, the number 1. My Facebook, you can follow my Facebook is John Chittum, or you can find me on my artist page. It's at The Real Snypes, SNYPES, and then Twitter is at John Chittum, Snapchat is Snypes, and you can find my music on most streaming services like 3 a.m. in Houston just got released on Tidal, on Google Play, on Apple Music,
No doubt.
you know, all that. Used to is going to be released on the 23rd.
My man
And
making
then-
moves.
Yeah, and then the record with me and Nick Beam is gonna be out probably the week or two after that.
So you got one with
Okay.
Beam too?
Yeah, it's called "Fuck with You."
Or just look for me.
Yeah, we had Beam on the hook.
Okay.
Because I didn't really know how I wanted to come off on it. Like I had the first verse already done. I just couldn't think of the second. So I'm like, let me hit up Nick, have him do the verse, have him do the hook.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After he did the hook, I was like, okay, we're good. You know.
Okay.
Wrote the whole thing, recorded. I just re-recorded the verse.
How many tracks on the mix CD?
On the one that's coming out?
Yeah.
Right now it's at 12.
It's at 12.
Yeah, I need 3 more records.
And what's the name of it?
It's called Change of Heart.
Change of Heart.
Yep. I got the cover art done already.
Dang, man, you had to change the heart on niggas and shit.
Kind of, because the way this
Everything changed. Music changed. Everything changed. Man.
So the way this the playlist is set up, the track list is being set up, is like a story. You know what I'm saying? So once the first track goes into the next one goes in, it goes all the way down there. It goes from me with this chick all the way down to my boy when he passed away out in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
You feel me? So
were you out there in Dallas when they had Harvey?
I was out in Houston. Yeah, we got hit, but my area didn't really get hit like that. The street was flooded, but we had no damage to the crib. But a couple blocks down, it was bad.
Oh man.
You know, yeah, because the way it is, it's like Houston is like a slope kind of. Yeah. So the streets, all the water just runs. It's not like Highlands County where if the same thing were to happen, the water wouldn't stay in wouldn't flood up like that. It would, you know. So
drain out.
So what impact did that cause on you? Was there any impact?
It didn't.
To see something like that to like.
Yeah, it didn't really. It took me out of work for like 2 weeks, but it didn't really affect me per se. But it affected a lot of people that I knew, a lot of people that I was around, and like we were out there. Like I had nothing else to do. I wasn't working, so we actually went into the water and we were actually trying to help people and get them out of the water and stuff.
Because I'm saying for us, see, we seeing it on TV, but
Military
for
man,
you know what I'm saying, you're there. So you're like hands-on and in that action, but for somebody like us that's, just seeing on TV is pretty different.
Don't get me wrong, I wasn't there was other people that was doing a lot more than I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a friend, Jeremy Ken, he's a comedian out there.
Shout
out Jeremy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And he's like he was doing a lot. He was really out there, like going into the water, grabbing people, trying to help people out. You know,
that's love, though. Yeah, that's awesome.
And I also want to shout out. I can't pronounce his first name. Last name is Bird though, and he has this thing. It's basically an all black art show. Okay. It's called All Access Art Show. So if y'all are ever in Houston, make sure y'all go to that.
All Access Art Show in Houston.
That's
no
right.
doubt. No
That's
doubt.
right.
People in Highland County turned their back on him. He went to Houston and got him a good circle, man.
Hey, man.
Solid dudes, man.
No, man, sometimes, man, the outside.
I still love the park, though. You know,
Yeah, a whole bunch of minorities helping white people out the water when y'all don't fucking help us, man.
Just chill, Luke. Just chill.
I ain't racist.
It's all love.
I ain't racist, but I'll come get you.
Hey, man, is there anybody particularly you want to shout out right now that for helping you, man? You know what I'm saying? The camp, you know what I'm saying?
So
anybody?
many names. All right, so first I'm going to say rest in peace to Jared. I want to say rest in peace to Bebo. I want to say free drip. You know, he's been in there. I think he got like another 6 years.
Damn.
I want to shout out all the artists in Highlands County, period. So, I'm not going to be able to name all of them. I'll probably forget a couple names. So everybody out there that's doing their thing, Bim is hot right now. You know, he's doing his thing at Sebring in Highlands County in general, really. He's been holding the fort down.
Love is love. All y'all guys.
Yeah, and Nick Beam just got a new project that just dropped called Suave Tape 2, so go get that. Fire. And it's fire. Like fire. Yeah, Nick Beam is a monster. Yeah. He's a monster in this R&B shit.
So who your number one podcast?
Oh, SquadBoi TV. You already know.
No doubt. No doubt.
Because if you say different, I'll come get you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, SquadBoi all the way.
So what you go ahead and hit us one of them famous bars you got over there?
All right, I got you. Y'all know I'm a writer, so, that's when my lyricist side comes in. So, I got this shit. So
no doubt.
But I never turn my back on my road dogs. R.I.P. to Bebo, that boy just like old dog. I can't believe it. They conversating and really hating. You seen the OG smooth, them boys are demonstrated. Ball for ball, you can't match with me, boy. I'm out of patience. They say I'm sick with these shots. 91 Magic Lakers. You a square at the bottom, homie. I'm out for greatness. People talk a lot when they see that you elevated, but we can go that Muhammad route and just get this shaking. I thought you knew by the title. This is the retaliation. I'm Bombaying. Anything that I lay in. They can copy flows, but can't replicate the cadence, man. Y'all know where I'm lyrically at. Can't none of y'all mirror me back. back. That's where the hove though. Caught line, but they stating the facts, man. None of y'all really realer than that. They say I'm popping regardless, just as an artist. They try to stop my creative process. I'm nauseous. Your small change, we focus on bank deposits. I'm focused on getting larger with millions up in my closet. You talking about money? I find it kind of ironic. Not a dime up in your pocket, but you budgeting your project. Yeah, right, boy.
You budgeting, bro. You balling on a budget.
Sorry.
Budget balling.
Couldn't hold out.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. That's kind of ironic, man.
Chad, what you got, Chad? Chad, Dawgweed, what you got?
That nigga buzzing on the motherfucker. God, nice. You nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Appreciate that.
That was dope.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Dog,
My boy Snypes.
You got a shot back at him, dog. Take a shot.
Man, shot back, dog. You ain't heard that, young man? Hey, man, that nigga my friend, man. I ain't got to rap with that, man. That nigga my friend.
You know what I'm talking about, dog? Why you shooting at me for, man? That's my dog,
Man,
man.
I'm trying to tell you. You nice, bro. I love that, man.
Appreciate that.
Freestyle.
Probation.
Nigga, you
Hey,
want to hear
go ahead and
probation?
spit something, dog.
I ain't
Go
on
ahead.
probation, man.
All of us gonna spit something. Let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Go.
It's a first.
My name is Jazzy, and I'm sitting here looking
My
pretty
producer,
hot.
producer.
I'm finding this thing up on the block. I don't
Hey.
really know how to rhyme, but I'm doing my thing, and that's all I got.
Yeah, bars.
Yeah.
Bars are bars.
That's all I got.
Everybody in the
bars.
spirit and shit like it's Christmas, dog.
Yeah.
It's a good
Lulu,
show.
what you got over there?
Oh, me? Man, I ain't really much of a rapper.
Alright.
Let me see.
Yeah, alright.
You my enemy. I shut your game down with kinetic energy. Now pierce your skull like the bullets that killed Kennedy. Move swiftly. So my team doesn't get caught. You can't compare to me. When you try, you come up short. So if you want it, we can do this. Let's take it to war. I'ma rip your confidence to the floor like a pack of pit bulls. Lyrically spitting, none of these bitch niggas could rip me. Make your asses die slow like Bobby and Whitney. Now what makes what break? Who gives, who take, who real, who fake? Show these pussy niggas they done made a mistake. And I'm gonna leave it at that, dog. Y'all got I don't rap no more. I'm not a rapper.
I didn't brought Lugo in here.
Y'all put him in the spirit of things, man.
They said I'm not a rapper though, you know.
God.
What's up, Dawgweed? What's up? You
Come on, man.
the one?
Better spit
Come on,
probation
man.
or something, dog.
God damn, y'all want to hear probation?
Let's go.
Whatever you got, dog.
There you
What you
go.
got?
Listen, all right. Walking up out of the courtroom trying to figure out how the hell you judge a nigga, homie, you know nothing about. How the hell you sending all your goons sitting in my house 1 in the morning telling me I hustle down south. Ain't got no evidence, all you got is this nigga mouth. I got 2 choices, either confess or I go to trial. I'm looking over at the state, they just smirk and smile. I look back at the judge, tell you I see you in a while. I can't even rap no more.
Don't get him on that, dog.
Yeah, y'all gotta pay for the rest.
We're gonna make this like clip, man. It's gonna be SquadBoi camp right here. We gonna
SquadBoi
come up, dog.
ENT.
We gonna come up. We gonna need one head man. We got Snypes as the head man. We just the backup rappers with that motherfucker. That's Beyonce. We Destiny Child.
Yeah.
Once we get our cut, we leave. We good. You go on your own, dog.
I love it,
I'm
man.
good with that.
That's what's up, man. That's
Exactly.
love. No,
That's
yo.
SquadBoi
Yeah.
TV for you.
Oh, they,
Yes, sir.
my boy Lou.
Boy, y'all got me hyped. Y'all got me hyped now, man. I'm
Nice.
finna go get all this
Yeah.
money the people owe me now.
Yo, hold that man, he coming to get it.
Facts.
Shout out to the feds. I know they watching.
Oh shit. Man, this SquadBoi TV, man. I'm your host, man, Chad Lewis. My co-host is the beautiful Jazzy.
Yeah.
Today, my special guest was the none other Snypes.
Yeah, you already know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? My other special guest is the
Co-feature.
co-feature.
Lulu.
Co-feature Lulu. The one, Mr. Jonathan Lugo, man.
West
You
Coast
know what I'm
Mafia.
saying? It was love having y'all boys here, man.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm
Already.
saying? Yo, we want to pay our respects to everybody showing love to SquadBoi TV. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to the Castle, man. Shout out to Famous Flames. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole block. Shout out to one of them at Island Choice, man, with that good food,
Yes,
man.
sir.
You did.
Exactly.
This what it is, man. SquadBoi TV, man. We out.
Word.
I want my money.